Begin by letting your body settle, as if you are floating effortlessly on calm water at night, the kind of night where the sky is dark but gentle, and the moon lays a silver path across the ocean's surface, and there is nothing you need to do except listen. The ocean before you is vast beyond measure, older than forests, older than mountains, older than memory itself, and yet tonight it welcomes you quietly, without demand or urgency. The surface of the sea moves slowly, rising and falling in a rhythm that mirrors your breathing, a living skin that covers most of our planet, quietly regulating heat, weather, and life while asking for nothing in return. As you drift here, it is comforting to know that this surface, which may look calm and simple, is part of the largest system on Earth. A system that has been flowing for billions of years, long before humans named it, long before stories were told, long before sleep itself had meaning. The ocean absorbs warmth from the sun during the day and releases it slowly at night, helping the planet rest just as you are resting now. And this gentle exchange of energy is one reason Earth feels like home rather than an empty rock drifting through space. Waves roll not with chaos, but with physics and patience shaped by wind, gravity, and the turning of the planet. Each movement carrying information across great distances, whispers of storms far away, messages that travel without sound. Beneath this surface lives a hidden world already awake and asleep at the same time, creatures drifting with the currents, plankton glowing faintly like underwater stars, fish moving without hurry, guided by instinct older than thought. Even now, microscopic life is producing oxygen, quietly contributing to every breath you take, reminding you that the ocean is not separate from you, but part of you, part of the air filling your lungs, part of the calm spreading through your chest. The salt in the sea matches the salt in your blood, a quiet echo of ancient origins, a reminder that life itself began in water, and that resting near the ocean, even in imagination, feels like returning to something familiar and safe. As your thoughts begin to slow, consider how the surface of the ocean is never truly still, yet never rushed, always moving, always balancing forces, just as your mind can learn to move gently without clinging to any single thought. Ships cross these waters unaware of the complexity beneath them. Satellites look down and see only patterns of blue. But tonight you are not passing over the ocean. You are being invited in, gradually, patiently, without pressure. The surface reflects the stars above, creating the illusion that the sky continues below, blurring the line between space and sea, between above and beneath, between waking and sleep. If you listen closely, you may imagine the soft sounds of water touching water, a language without words, calming and repetitive, signaling safety to the nervous system, telling the body it is allowed to let go. The ocean has survived impacts, ice ages, shifting continents, and still it moves with grace, reminding you that resilience does not require tension, and endurance does not require effort. As you float here a moment longer, your body growing heavier and warmer, allow yourself to feel gratitude for this ancient companion that has shaped weather, climate, and life itself, while remaining mostly unseen and unheard. If this calm, this quiet learning, this gentle journey into nature helps you rest, you are always welcome to return here again by subscribing to the Well Sleepy channel, a place created for slow curiosity, peaceful science, and deep rest, where stories of the ocean, space, and the hidden systems of our world are told softly, without rush, so the mind can wander and the body can sleep. Now, as the surface begins to fade and the water below darkens slightly, know that you are safe, supported, and drifting exactly where you need to be, ready to descend gently, breath by breath, into the deeper layers of the sea and of sleep itself. Now, without effort or resistance, imagine yourself beginning to sink gently beneath the ocean's surface, not falling, but being carried downward as if the water itself has decided to hold you. Light still follows you here, softened and scattered, turning the world into shades of blue and silver that feel cool and reassuring, rather than cold. With every imagined meter, you drift lower. The noise of the surface fades, replaced by a deep, padded quiet, the kind of silence that does not feel empty but full, as though it is listening back to you. This is the realm where motion becomes slower, where energy is conserved, and where life has learned that calm is not weakness but wisdom. Sunlight filters down in long, wavering columns, bending and dancing as the surface above shifts, reminding you that even far below, the rhythms of the world are still felt, still gently present. Fish glide past without urgency, their movement smooth and efficient, each turn of a fin measured, each pulse of motion purposeful and relaxed. Many of these creatures do not chase or rush. They wait, drift, and conserve, teaching a lesson your body understands deeply as your muscles loosen and your breathing becomes quieter. As you continue to descend, the water grows cooler, and the colors around you soften further, blues deepening, edges blurring, details simplifying, allowing the mind to let go of sharp focus. Pressure increases here, but nothing is being squeezed or harmed. Instead, everything is held evenly, supported from all sides, the way a weighted blanket supports the body during sleep. This pressure is steady and predictable, a reminder that stability does not require stiffness, and that being held can feel deeply comforting. Sound travels differently in this world, moving faster and farther through water than through air, yet the ocean remains mostly quiet, filled with low, distant hums and murmurs that soothe rather than stimulate. These subtle vibrations carry information between creatures across great distances, a slow conversation unfolding beyond awareness, much like the subconscious, communication happening within your own body as it prepares for rest. Plankton drift here in vast numbers, tiny and nearly invisible, yet together forming the foundation of nearly all ocean life. Some of them glow softly in the dark, bioluminescent sparks responding to movement, like gentle stars waking briefly and then fading again. This light is not meant to dazzle or distract, only to signal, to communicate quietly in a world where sunlight eventually disappears. It is comforting to know that even in places where light is scarce, life finds gentle ways to illuminate itself. As your thoughts slow further, you may notice how your awareness widens rather than narrows, no longer clinging to individual ideas, but floating between them just as you float here. Supported by water that has always known how to carry life, deeper still, the ocean becomes a place of long patience. Many creatures here live slow lives, growing gradually, aging quietly, measuring time not in days or years but in seasons of current and chemistry. Some fish may live for decades or even centuries, moving through the darkness with no memory of the surface world, yet perfectly adapted to where they are. Their hearts beat slowly, their movements deliberate, their energy carefully stored, mirroring the way your own body is now reducing effort, preparing for the deep rest that renews and repairs. The water around you feels heavier, but also calmer, less disturbed, less influenced by storms or winds above. Here the ocean is stable, predictable, and safe, a vast environment that changes slowly, if at all. As light fades almost completely, you are not afraid, because nothing here demands attention. Darkness in the ocean is not empty. It is simply quiet, like a room with the lights dimmed for sleep. Shapes soften, edges dissolve, and the mind is no longer tempted to analyze or judge. Instead, awareness becomes passive, receptive, and restful. The currents here move slowly, like deep breaths taken by the planet itself, circulating nutrients, heat, and life in cycles that take years or even centuries to complete. These slow-moving systems connect distant oceans, shaping climates and ecosystems far away, reminding you that even gentle, almost imperceptible movements can have great influence over time. If this calm descent, this soft exploration of science and nature, is helping your thoughts unwind and your body relax, you are always invited to continue these journeys by subscribing to the Well Sleepy channel, where learning is unhurried, curiosity is gentle, and stories of the ocean, space, and Earth's hidden systems are told in a way designed to support rest rather than disrupt it. For now, allow yourself to drift a little deeper, knowing there is no bottom you must reach, no destination required. The ocean will continue to hold you, and sleep will arrive in its own time, slow and certain, like the deep currents moving quietly beneath the surface. Now you drift into a place where sunlight no longer reaches, a vast middle world known as the deep ocean, where darkness is not sudden or frightening, but gradual and complete, like the final moments before sleep, when thoughts dissolve into feeling. Here the ocean becomes almost perfectly still, insulated from storms, seasons, and surface noise, and the water temperature changes only slightly over enormous distances. This stability allows life to exist in forms both strange and beautifully efficient, shaped not by urgency but by patience and adaptation. In this deep, quiet zone, creatures do not waste energy, because energy is precious and every movement has meaning. Fish move slowly, their bodies soft and flexible, their muscles designed for endurance rather than speed, teaching a lesson in conservation that your own body now begins to follow as your breathing deepens and your heartbeat grows steady. In this darkness, many animals produce their own light through bioluminescence, not as decoration, but as communication, camouflage, or gentle invitation. Tiny flashes appear and fade like distant stars, each glow a silent message drifting through the water. Some creatures use light to blend in, matching the faint glow from above so predators below cannot see them. Others use brief pulses to confuse threats or to attract food in a world where vision is limited. This light is soft and brief, never harsh, and it does not demand attention. Instead, it creates a sense of wonder without stimulation, reminding the mind that curiosity can exist without excitement, and beauty can be calm. As you float here, surrounded by this living darkness, your thoughts may begin to drift freely, no longer attached to words or images, but moving gently from sensation to sensation. Pressure here is immense yet perfectly balanced, and life thrives within it, adapted in ways that feel almost poetic. Bones are lighter, tissues more flexible, and cells structured to function under weight that would crush surface life. This environment teaches that support does not always feel light, and that being held firmly can be deeply reassuring. Around you, the water carries the faint echoes of distant movements, perhaps the low call of a whale traveling through the deep, or the subtle shifting of currents against underwater mountains and valleys. These sounds are not loud or sudden, but stretched and softened by distance, like a lullaby sung from far away. Many creatures here rely less on sight and more on sensing vibration, pressure, and chemistry, experiencing the world in ways very different from human perception. They feel the ocean rather than observe it, responding to changes in water movement or temperature with quiet precision. This is a place where awareness is spread across the body, not focused. In the mind, and as you imagine drifting among these forms of life, your own awareness begins to settle into your body, releasing the need to think or decide. Time in the deep ocean moves differently. Days and nights blur into a continuous present, and seasons pass slowly, marked by changes in currents or the rare fall of organic material from above. Occasionally, something drifts down from the surface, a slow rain of particles known as marine snow, made of tiny fragments of life, minerals, and nutrients. This gentle snowfall feeds the deep, sustaining creatures that may never see light, connecting the surface world to the depths in a quiet cycle of giving and receiving. Nothing is wasted here. Everything eventually becomes nourishment for something else. A reminder that rest itself is productive, and that letting go allows renewal to occur. As this marine snow settles, it moves so slowly that it feels timeless. Each particle descending like a thought finally released, no longer needed, no longer held. If this deep calm, this quiet science of adaptation and balance, is helping you unwind, remember that the Well-Sleepy channel exists to guide you through these gentle explorations whenever you need rest. By subscribing, you create a small ritual of return, a familiar place where learning and sleep are not separate, but intertwined, allowing the mind to feel satisfied and the body to relax fully. Here in the living darkness, there is nothing expected of you. You do not need to understand, remember, or reach any conclusion. Simply drifting is enough. As you remain suspended in this vast, breathing stillness, the boundaries of your body may begin to soften, blending with the water around you, your awareness expanding and then gently dissolving. The ocean continues its slow work, circulating life, heat, and time through unseen pathways, while you rest within it, supported, protected, and at ease. There is no urgency here. No endpoint, only the steady, calming presence of a world that has existed for hundreds of millions of years and will continue long after individual moments fade. Allow this ancient darkness to cradle you as sleep draws nearer, quiet and inevitable, like the deepest parts of the sea itself. At the deepest level of your journey, there is no sudden arrival, no edge or boundary that announces itself. Instead, you simply find yourself surrounded by a profound stillness, the kind of stillness that feels ancient and endlessly patient. This is the realm of the deep ocean floor, where the water above presses evenly from all directions, and the world moves at a pace so slow it feels almost timeless. Here, the ocean is not empty or silent in a lonely way, but quietly alive, shaped by currents that take centuries to complete their paths. Carrying warmth, cold, oxygen, and nutrients around the entire planet, these deep currents are sometimes called the ocean's heartbeat, a steady, unbroken rhythm that continues whether or not anyone is aware of it, much like your own breathing now, slow and effortless, happening without conscious thought. Along the ocean floor, landscapes unfold that rival mountains and valleys on land, though they remain hidden beneath kilometers of water. Vast plains stretch into darkness, interrupted by deep trenches and gentle rises, each formed over unimaginable spans of time. In some places, warm mineral-rich water flows up from the Earth's interior through hydrothermal vents, creating oases of life in the darkness. Here, bacteria transform chemicals into energy, forming the base of ecosystems completely independent of sunlight. Life gathers quietly around these vents, thriving not through competition, but through balance and cooperation, showing that even in the most extreme conditions, calm persistence can sustain abundance. This knowledge settles softly in the mind, offering reassurance that stability can exist even when circumstances feel heavy or unfamiliar. Time here feels different. Many deep-sea creatures grow slowly and live long lives, untouched by seasons or surface chaos. Some animals move only when necessary, conserving energy, resting often, existing in a state that feels closer to sleep than to wakefulness. The water temperature remains nearly constant, and change arrives gently, if at all. This consistency allows the nervous system to relax completely, mirroring the deep, restorative stages of sleep where the body repairs itself quietly and thoroughly. As you imagine drifting over this ancient terrain, your own sense of time may begin to blur, moments stretching and softening, thoughts fading before they fully form. The deep currents that flow here connect all the world's oceans into one continuous system, a slow-moving river that circles the globe. A single drop of water may take hundreds or even thousands of years to complete its journey, passing through basins and depths beyond counting. This endless circulation helps regulate Earth's climate, distribute nutrients, and maintain the delicate balance that allows life to flourish. There is something deeply comforting in knowing that such vast and complex work is carried out so quietly, without urgency or noise. It is a reminder that not all important things demand attention, and that some of the most powerful processes happen slowly, in the background while we rest. As your awareness settles fully into this final depth, there is nothing left to follow, nothing left to learn, nothing left to do. The ocean continues its ancient motion and you are free to let go completely. If these gentle journeys through science and nature bring you comfort, rest, and a sense of quiet wonder, you can return whenever you wish by subscribing to the Well Sleepy channel, a place designed for calm exploration, peaceful storytelling, and deep sleep. Each video is created to move slowly, speak softly, and guide the mind toward rest without pressure, making it a steady companion for nights when sleep feels distant. Now, allow the currents to carry you without thought, without direction, trusting the steady rhythm that has always known how to move life forward. Your body is safe, your breathing is calm, and your mind no longer needs to stay alert. Like the deep ocean itself, you are supported by forces older and steadier than awareness. There is nothing more to listen for, nothing more to imagine. Rest here in this endless quiet flow, and let sleep arrive naturally, gently, and completely, as the ocean continues its slow, eternal journey around the world.